aspect of his personality which always fascinated me. And this is what I'm talking about. Even probably, I must have met him a little later probably, but he started thinking of these ideas much before 1991. Correct? Am I right? So he must have institution, etc. He must have created probably later, but he was thinking about it. So in India, we have started thinking about India's modern economic history begins with 1991. Because we came out with a new paradigm shift in our thinking. We said government, state should withdraw, private sector should come in. Here is a man who had thought about it even before that. I would say probably his ideas came to fruition. He must have been a happy man. That's why I saw his one picture with Dr. Manmohan Singh, who actually, in a way, the credit for reform certainly will go to Manmohan Singh. But I would say, because I am in Hyderabad, I am saying one of the sons, Telugu Bidda, is responsible for this, is Narasimha Rao. Because he had that political courage and political maturity to understand how to steer the reforms in a most difficult way. See, what is technically to be done in reform, everybody knows. So what is important is how to do it, how to navigate it. The political economy is far more important. And there is a very illustrious professor in political economy sitting here, so I should not be saying this. But understanding political economy is far more important to bring about changes in the country. And that's what he understood. So Dr. Yasaswy's thinking was private sector-led changes in the country. Even education should be not necessarily controlled by the state, but outside the state. And private sector-led institution is not for only making profit or something like that, but his idea was that's where the dynamism happens. In fact, if you really look at it, India's growth story is private sector driven. It's entrepreneurial society which can make India grow. In fact, when we were the largest economy of the world few centuries ago, before the Industrial Revolution, first Industrial Revolution, that time what was India? It was entrepreneurial. It was not that type of the king of or the ruler of that particular time was responsible for growth of that economy, but it was entrepreneurial. Handicrafts, craftsmen, farmers, they were the ones who were responsible for growth of India at that time. So even today, India's growth will be driven by private sector as well as entrepreneurs. So private sector doesn't mean only few, but entrepreneurs of the country. And that's what he believed in. And that's why his focus was on private sector entrepreneurial activities in the country. So if you look at some of his books, I have not read all, but few, and my interactions with him was very clear and very evident that he believed in this reality, that if we allow the entrepreneurial spirit in the country to grow and unleash that power, I think that's what India will be a very formidable economy of the world. And I'm sure it has a potential, but we are tied up by many obstacles. And if you remove them, we can realize it. One good